people take the term quote unquote casual dating, they hear the casual part and they go, oh, so I can just text you to have sex with you and then leave.
Which I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I actually think that casual is the wrong word to use in connection to dating and sex. I don't think it ever is casual.
Yeah.
It can be uncommitted.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that casual is the right word.
Yeah.
Dude, where are you? Pick up your phone. I'm going to a summer party tonight, and you're obviously invited, so call me back. Okay, love you. Bye.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Emotionally Online, the weekly summer party for heart-to-hearts and hot gossip, hosted by yours truly, the one and only Maddie Drossbeck, co-hosted, again, at the top of the month, the one and only Meg Ruoko.
What up?
This is almost like a special Emotionally Online top of the month, because not only are you the top of the month co-host, but you just are my Pumpcast co-host. We just are co-hosts.
Now we're co-hosts. It's so fun.
No, literally.
It's genuinely like so fun.
Yeah, and I've been having the time of my life doing the Pumpcast with you.
Yeah,
I was
rocks.
I was on Patreon Live this past weekend. I was like, guys, I gotta be honest. Life is just better when I get to hang out and do the Pumpcast with Meg. Like, it's just a little bit silly goofy, and it gives my brain a moment to just hyper fixate on something so truly fucking dumb.
Yeah.
In a way that just lights me up inside, you know?
Yes. It's so incredible. I was thinking about this because I was watching the episode for our next episode we're recording today, which is an amazing one where they go to Vegas. And I was taking notes like I was studying for an exam. Yeah. And it's like the stupidest exam possible. And like really dissecting these people's behaviors is so fun. I knew it was going to be fun. I didn't anticipate having this much fun with it.
And like knowing what's coming down the pipe for us.
I know.
Like I don't know what your favorite season is, but my favorite season is season 6. Like, we are so far away from my favorite moments.
Yeah.
But what is your favorite season?
I would say season 4.
Okay, interesting.
Is really...
I feel like everybody always says either 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah.
It's like you are one of those 3 seasons.
Yeah.
You identify as one of them.
What's your sun, moon, and rising?
Yeah, exactly.
Vanderpump seasons.
Season 6, sun. Season 1, moon, dare I say. Dare I say. Rising? I might go season 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I think I might be season 4 sun, season 2 moon.
Okay.
And then rising. Maybe season 6 rising.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then season 10 is like my Lilith.
Yeah. You know, season 10 really is, I think of the later seasons, it actually is kind of
it's Lilith.
A banger.
Honestly, it is.
In its own way.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And season 11 just makes me sad.
It is a reality show, but it gets like too real.
No.
At the end.
At the end, I was like, I feel like I shouldn't even be here for some of this.
Yeah.
It feels like I felt that I was intruding.
Yes. It's like, I know you signed up for this. I know that you like have legally all signed contracts like allowing us to watch this, but like I think maybe it's in our both of our best interests for me to turn this off.
Right. I feel bad that I'm here.
Right.
Actually.
But we got a long way to go before that.
No, and thank God. Thank God we have years of good times ahead of us.
Just joy and giggles and laughs.
Thank God, sister. What do you mean by ethical corn? That's a question that I see all the time in my messages. People asking what it is and why they should pay for this kind of adult content when they can get it online for free. And listen, there's lots of things that you can find online for free, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee that they were produced in the right way. For example, Cheeks is a platform that I use to consume a lot of my spicy content, and they've become like my favorite place for really indulging in my pleasure and exploring my my fantasies because I know that everything produced on their platform is produced ethically. That means a lot to me as a consumer. They're bringing together a beautiful mixture of ethical corn, pleasure-forward education, and audio erotica in a way that is so inclusive and intentionally made. At the end of the day, paying for content like this just allows for performers to have more autonomy in the production process, as well as just confirming safety measures on set and ensuring fair pay as well. You're funding content that's made with intention, care, and real desire, and not content that's just catered to the male gaze, funneling as much content out as possible because people just want something to get off to. I would rather consume pleasure-based content that is still in alignment with my own values. And also, it's kind of like investing in better representation. You get to watch performers that probably more closely align with the kinds of bodies and relationships and stories that resonate with you in spicy content. And I think Cheeks is a great platform, whether you're exploring solo or with a partner. It's kind of fun either way. Their catalog is constantly growing with films, audios, and tutorials that actually feel empowering, playful, and smart. Especially if you're someone that's ever felt judged for your desires and kind of scared or intimidated to explore them further, you are gonna love Cheeks. You can take my word for it. Pinky promise. Signing up takes literally 2 minutes and you can try everything risk-free for 1 week with my code Maddie. Just head to the link in the description of this episode to get started or go to getcheeks.com. That's GETCHEEX.com. And of course, use code Maddie. Okay, so how's your day been?
So bad. Are you asking me that? Are you asking me that because you know I've had such a bad day?
Well, I know that Meg almost got kidnapped on her way over here.
Straight up, I was texting Maddie and I said, I don't remember a time before like being in this taxi. It has snowed a bunch in New York, across the US. And so like, I don't know, we're doing what we can, but God, it's a big city and there's snow on the roads. And yeah, I was really excited to get here maybe a little early to start recording. I hopped in a little taxi cab.
Yeah.
And I started driving over here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And then I was listening to a podcast. I was kind of like zoning out. I was getting into a Zen state.
Totally.
And then all of a sudden I heard him go and turn a completely different way than what Google Maps was saying because he decided he knew the streets better than the computer and the satellites.
He was going off vibes.
Literally
like,
going
you know
off
what?
vibes.
I'm feeling that we should take a right and then another right
and then
another right and then maybe another right. And I think that eventually if we just keep going right, we will get there.
Maddie sent me a text where she was like, why am I watching you go backwards on Find My Friends?
I was like, how far away is Meg? Like, do I have time to do this chore before she arrives? And I look at your location and you were like farther away than the last time I checked. And I was like, okay, I guess I have time. Like, where are you?
It's like, you know, when you're in like an Uber or a taxi or something and like all you want is the convenience of being in that car, right? To sit back and just like let it happen and like listen to a little podcast or listen to some music. But then the person who is at the wheel is doing such insane things that like you have to lock in for a ride that you're not even driving. Like
completely.
I was like in between the car seats being like right up on Jefferson. Like, I was
that's insane.
Really, really tough. But we are here now and God,
thank God.
My mood is improving already.
Well, and I also feel like whenever I'm in that situation where everything in the car is just going wrong and we're going the wrong direction, it's always like 100 degrees in the car and I have that horrible licorice like air freshener as well.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm gonna throw up the whole time.
Yes. And they always do the thing where they step on the pedal and then they stop.
Yeah.
And they step and then they stop.
Oh my God. And whenever they start doing that, I literally will purposefully be in the back seat, like jolting myself around on purpose to be more dramatic about it because I need them to know that whether or not that's what my body would actually be doing, that's what it feels like they are doing to me inside my soul.
Yes.
So please stop doing that. I need them to see me whipping my hair forward in the back seat. I'm like, oh. I'm like, if you want me to throw up back here, that's totally your prerogative. But I don't think that you want that, and I don't want that either, sister.
No, genuinely. It's like, I'm trying to make it so that we're both having a good time.
Totally.
But you are making it impossible.
Well, I don't understand how people drive their cars with like the heat blasting and these like toxic smelling air fresheners. How do you guys not pass out at the wheel? I don't get it.
I genuinely don't know. It's proven on my way over here that like it does not matter how cold it gets outside, I will crack that window in the back. Yeah, and no, if it's child locked,
so guilty
I go
about it.
Can you unlock this window? I'm like a dog left in a cart when someone goes to the grocery store. I'm like like panting out the window.
I feel like genuinely so grateful when a car pulls up and they already have the window cracked.
Yeah, me too.
That feels like a luxury service to me. It's like, who needs Uber Black when your UberX shows up with the window cracked?
There should be an option for that in the app.
Window shows up cracked.
Whose window trying to get cracked?
No, literally. And like, I would pay an extra $1 for that. Probably.
No, straight up.
You could convince. In many situations, it's worth the $1.
Window cracked, no air freshener. I'm paying $1 or
I'm
$2.
paying the $1.
I'm paying $1.
I'll pay $2. I'll pay $1 per luxury.
Why not?
No air freshener, window cracked. Take those $2.
Follow the ways.
Follow the ways.
Do
not deviate from the ways. Extra $1. I'll give you 3. I'll give you 3 for that.
How was your day?
My day was good. I just hit myself in the face and now I can't hear anything.
I know. Okay. Do you want me to?
I'm back.
I'll wait. Sorry.
I'm back. My day was good. I've been talking to myself all day.
Yeah.
So in many ways, I feel now that I'm entering a state of euphoria because I've just been listening to my own voice all day.
Yeah.
Or it's almost like that time of the sleepover where anything goes.
Secrets revealed.
Anything is going to happen today.
Yeah.
And you know what? Actually, speaking of, I woke up last night in the middle of the night, like, and I had to write down notes for the podcast. And I immediately, when this thought came into my head, I was like, I need to put this in the notes file for when Meg comes on specifically.
Okay, I'm so excited to hear
talk
what
about
it
this
is
with you.
I'm so excited.
I had 2 thoughts, and they're both what I believe to be some of the greatest feelings in the world. 2 things that I believe that you can back me on.
Okay.
Feeling number 1 is when someone enters a conversation by asking if they can be a bitch. I love when people do this. I love when someone comes over to my house and they're like, can I be mean for a second?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, and yes, you can. And actually, I've been dying for someone to be a bitch for a second.
Straight up just waiting for you to be
can
mean.
I be a bitch for a second? Like, can we all just be bitches for a second?
For one goddamn second, please.
I love that when people, they're asking it because they're like, like, I don't want people to just think that I'm like, just like being a bitch on the regular.
Right.
I'm like, I need to ask permission to be a bitch right now. Like, can everyone just give me some grace? I'm going to say something out of character for a second. Okay. I'm going to be a bitch. Hi. Do I have permission to act outside of myself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Incredible. Always.
You do. And always, sister. Always. I want all of my besties to know that they're always allowed to act outside of character with me.
Yeah.
You actually don't even have to ask if you could be a bitch. You just can be a bitch.
Right. Well, because once I've come around to like, once we're friends and I know what your character is.
We're not questioning it if you're like raging out for a second and need to be a bitch.
Right. Dare I say I did that when I walked through your door 30 minutes ago.
And I love it. And you know what? It's so funny because I had this written. I know maybe that was it. Maybe I was having visions.
Did you manifest my neighbor drilling a hole into my bedroom wall at 3:30 this morning? Because I woke up. That's when I woke up.
I could have warned you. Okay, the next time that happens to me, I'm going to text you and I'm just going to be like, just in case this becomes relevant.
Yeah.
I love when somebody enters my apartment and says, can I be a bitch right now?
Yeah.
Just in case that becomes relevant. For you specifically, because I did think of you when I had this thought.
I love that. I also love you encouraging me to be a bitch because honestly, on the way over here when I was slowly dying in the cab, I thought to myself, I'm going to be more mean.
Yeah! Pro bullying.
Bring it back. Bring back shaming.
Yeah, in many ways I feel that it's almost like a reclaiming of bullying. Like as a kid, you're not allowed to say you're pro bullying if you weren't bullied as a kid. I'm allowed to say we're bringing back bullying because I was bullied, and everyone can tell. We can all tell that I was bullied. Okay, nobody's thinking I'm lying about this. I'm allowed to say that I'm pro bullying.
There are no ifs, ands, or buts about
you
whether
know.
or not
I know. We
was
all
bullied.
know.
No, same. Like, I think that if you were like me, 5'9" and over 200 pounds in 7th grade, then you're allowed to be a bitch as an adult.
Totally.
That's allowed.
Totally. Oh my God. Let me have behavioral issues as a result of how I was treated as a child.
Yeah, guys, come on. Let us do that. What the hell?
I'm obsessed.
I will say when you said I think you're gonna like this, and then you told me that, genuinely, like, my body had a physical reaction. I got like genuine chills where I was like,
oh my God,
bliss.
The circle of life is a wheel of fortune.
Really quick aside about that.
We're on fire right now. Can I just say? Something electric is happening, and this is what happens when you just lean into being a bitch.
This is what we didn't know, is that actually the perfect formula for us doing a podcast together is me being stuck in a taxi cab for 1 hour and you talking to yourself for 9 consecutive hours before. And now here we are.
Now here we are. Euphoria.
Real quick aside about the circle of life. Something I will never forget is that I want to say 99.4% white high school, my senior year of high school, sang The Circle of Life for our graduation commencement.
Wow, okay. What
so
a
I was
song
one of
choice.
I was one of them who sang that.
You were a part of the circle.
I was
of
a part
life.
of The Circle of Life.
I don't remember what we sang.
It was just,
you know what we sang? Send me on my way, on my way. Send me on my way, on my way. Send me on my way.
kind of a similar vibe.
Yeah, kind of is.
Yeah, no, we had like, it was like this scrawniest little white boy coming out and going, Nazaganya, and like literally my choir teacher being like, you gotta growl into it. Feel it.
Get into it.
Like this.
I want to feel the vibrations across the gymnasium.
And we're like, certainly not us.
That's so funny.
What the hell, man? Why not?
Okay, second thought that I had in the middle of the night last night.
Yes.
My second thought was that I truly think that one of my life's greatest pleasures is when a thin person tells me they like my outfit, asks me where I got it from, and it's a plus size only brand. I feel like I get to experience something that I was never allowed to when that happens.
Bliss.
Oh my God, I love that so much. Where'd you get it? I'm like, actually, you can't fucking shop there, bitch.
It's 1X and up.
They don't make your size.
They don't make your size.
There's it's just like so rich. It feels like taking a bath in a cup of froyo.
Yeah.
Like there's just something about it that tickles me.
Is this how skinny people felt when they spoke to us about where they got their clothes when we were younger?
They'd say that shit to me, but being mean. Like they'd be like, yeah, they don't really sell clothes for you at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Well, bitch, they do now.
They do now, bitch.
Their sales tanked. Their sales tanked until the fatties showed up.
Fuck, we need the fatties.
So
what now?
What now?
What the fuck now?
Yeah. We're holding up the world of commerce on our backs.
They should have had us standing outside the Abercrombie and Fitch shirtless in 2009.
I think you actually just like figured out a nightmare that I never knew I had.
But like, imagine how different the world could be if we walked into the mall as children and we saw fat bitches outside of Abercrombie and Fitch. Like, yeah, get on in there, girls. Oh my
God, I would have loved that.
I'm like, I think it would have worked on me. I think it would have cured me.
Oh my God. I mean, I watched Hairspray one time and I was like, yeah, Zac Efron could be my boyfriend.
Life is worth living now. Oh my God.
Good morning, Baltimore. Like, imagine, but it's Abercrombie. Yeah. And it's like
awesome.
It's fat bitches, but also like the real hot shredded dudes.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they're all up on each other. Yeah, that would have changed my life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do love telling somebody I got something from L-O-key or Torrid and being like,
Yeah.
sorry.
I love doing that. And it's, you know what, it's happened more and more.
I know.
And I think it's so delicious too, because I don't know if you were like this, but like so much of my style growing up, it was kind of foisted upon me. It was like, wear this peplum top. Wear something that's flattering. Wear like a preppy thing that has an A-line, blah, 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 to hide your problem areas. So I never actually got to like, I never felt like I had my own style.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of my adult life like curating my own style. And I feel like I'm in a good place with it. So now when someone comes up to me and is like, I love your outfit, I'm like, you don't even know
Right.
the adversity I had to overcome.
The trials and tribulations.
Yeah. And guess what? It's not for you, baby.
Right. Absolutely.
I got this from Barry's NYC. Exactly. And that's by appointment only.
Exactly. You better add this to your Pinterest board,
Yeah.
Because that's the only place it's going to live.
Have fun with those aspirations you've got there.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Big bitches should get to be bitches.
That's drugs. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, should we do some segments?
I think we should do some segmegs. I was thinking actually yesterday, I've got something that I think you've talked about on this podcast before.
And I love beating a dead horse. So let's beat him. Let's beat him up.
Let's get him, girls. Not on my watch. Just because I say that I'm looking for a relationship doesn't mean that I'm looking for a relationship with you.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
It's so deeply irritating.
I had an experience very recently where I went on truly one single date with somebody. Texted them maybe once a week. Time passed. It was the holidays. I had things come up. They had things come up. Every once in a while, I'd say, hey, how's it going? Didn't hear from them for 2 weeks. Okay, not a problem. Whatever. I'll shoot a casual text. Hey, how's it going? They reply, hey. Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted you to know that I'm not looking for anything serious right now.
Right.
And I just wanted to tell you that so that you didn't get the wrong impression.
Right. Yeah, because you were chomping at the bit to date someone who can't even text you back.
Dare I say we weren't even hanging out.
Like, I was sitting over here like, God, I can't wait to date this guy that barely acknowledges that I'm alive. I cannot wait. Like, why?
I've been having this thought where I am like, either you think so highly of yourself,
Right.
or you think so little of me.
Right. We are so not even there yet, pal.
What are we
I barely know if I want to see you a second time. We are simply having a conversation. He's like, oh, by the way, I'm not ready for marriage. Who the fuck asked you, you weirdo? Oh my God.
And I'm only saying this because I know with 100% certainty that this person will never listen to this podcast ever.
And if he did, guess what? I got beef with you. Me personally.
Straight up, if he is watching this, that's crazy.
You should be afraid. You should be scared.
We actually have way more in common than we initially thought.
Can you imagine?
Should we give this another shot?
Like, hey, what the hell? This is my favorite show.
I fucking love this show.
Well,
She's crazy. On this?
Dude, that's insane. I've just been an audio listener. I didn't put two and two together that I had gone on a date with you. That's crazy.
I want to kind of add a detail here that on our first date,
critically,
date number 1, this person referenced our hypothetical child that we would raise together in Park Slope,
And
Brooklyn.
I cannot stand when.
And you know what? Actually, looking back on it, that should have been the time I should have gone, whoa, whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
what the hell?
I'm not looking for anything serious.
But it's like. Can you imagine? Yeah, exactly. Give him a taste of his own medicine.
Straight.
I can't stand it.
And this is also like my not on my watch is that somewhere along the kind of like hellscape that we have landed ourselves in this like dating weird space, people take the term quote unquote casual dating. They hear the casual part and they go, oh, so I can just text you to have sex with you and then leave.
Which I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I actually think that casual is the wrong word to use in connection to dating and sex. I don't think it ever is casual.
Yeah.
It can be uncommitted.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that casual is the right word.
Yeah.
I think that that's maybe what's causing so much of this problem that we're having. Well, I think we need to change the way we talk about this because there is nothing about being inside of someone else that is casual. There's nothing casual about that.
Yeah.
We can have uncommitted sex. We can go on dates and explore things. None of that means that suddenly I am just like a hole that walks.
No, straight up. Well, and this is, I've been like, as I've been kind of like puttering angrily around my apartment, like an old man being like, doesn't want anything serious.
Yeah.
When did I even say that I want anything? Like, just whatever. I've been like casual dating implies that there's dating.
Right.
Implies like talking and going on dates. So what is it that you think it is?
Right.
I would love to know because we're operating maybe then, yeah, what I want is more serious because what I want is to like talk to somebody.
Right.
And I guess not use them exclusively for their body.
Right.
And then discard them and then leave.
My thing is like when you see that someone is open-minded about being in a relationship, assuming they find the right person, why do you assume that that person is you?
Right.
Just because someone is being nice to you and treating you like an actual human being.
It genuinely kind of makes me sad for those people because I'm like, how little do you think of yourself and little do you think like you deserve to be treated, that I'm meeting you with like basic human decency and kindness, and you're interpreting that as me feeling something seriously towards you.
You're in love with me.
Right.
No, I'm actually just a person who is like this.
Straight up. This is how I would
I'm
treat
actually
anybody, baby.
Just nice.
Yeah. I'm just like a nice person also, and I've been talking about this with you and our other friends a lot. Like, men have fun once challenge.
Yeah, come on. Holy
have
shit.
fun. Have a little bit of it's so much more fun to flirt, to go on dates, to be like, anything
Who
could
knows?
happen, instead of being like, oh shit, she's so into me and I can't eat orange. I can't.
Fuck, she knew I had the flu and she asked me if I was feeling better. She fucking loves me.
Which is real. Like, that is what happened.
You know what? I take it back. I hope you still have the flu. I can't stand you.
It genuinely was like an absolutely confounding text message to receive, to the point that I did like scroll back a little bit to be like, did I send something to indicate that I would like, oh, and by the way, I'm hoping that you're my boyfriend next time we see each other.
Did I in the middle of the night like
wake up,
send a voice memo that's like, and I love you?
Yeah.
What made him think that this was it for me?
And what was so funny is that when I responded to that text, I was like, oh, I'm not sure where you got that impression that that's what I was looking for, but heard. See you later. Like, see you around, basically. Goodbye. And the minute that I sent that, he sent back another text, like almost backpedaling, as if he was like, wait, where he was like, oh yeah, I don't actually know where I got that impression either. And I was like, right. Right.
Okay. I can't.
So men who hear that women are looking for a relationship, don't assume that just because you're in front of them physically in that moment, that means that they want a relationship with you.
Yeah. This is what it is. We go on a date. We have a good time. You're cute at the maximum.
Yeah.
After that, the best you're at that stage is like, I'm open to getting to know you more.
100%.
I'm open to seeing what happens.
And let me tell you, that's right where I was.
Like,
the date happened. I went, that was fun.
He's like, and I don't want, just so you know, I'm just like not into as like serious of a relationship as you are. And
I'm just like not looking for women to like have fun around me.
I
guess. So not on my watch. If we're casually dating, that doesn't mean I want to marry you.
Yeah.
It does mean I want to date. I want to go on dates.
Right.
That's fun.
But I really feel like I'm onto something with hating the word casual, and connection here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like casual dating is just dating. But people are like so commitment phobic that they think that dating, like the process of dating, means you're like locked off.
Yeah.
And are like, well, we're together now. We're going to be married. That's my boyfriend.
Right.
It's like, no, we are dating. We're going on dates.
Right.
If you are going on dates, you are dating. Like, that is what it is. But we feel the need to add all these extra words to be like, oh, but it's not. It's not that. I don't actually like them or anything. Like, it's just like so totally nothing. And I've never felt anything ever. It's like very nothing. Okay, I'm not in love with you. Just so you know.
Just so you know. I've been like thinking about this more too because I have started rewatching Sex and the City because sometimes I'll experience something so confounding in my dating life that I'm like, let me go back to the sacred texts. And I do. And every single time I watch that show, I'm like, wow. And I know that this is like, it's a romanticized, obviously, version of New York in the 90s and whatever, but I'm like, I think people really were just like dating in such a more regular way back then. Like it was completely. Like, yeah, we're going on dates. We're dating.
Right.
Well,
I don't know why people are so afraid of that and why they're constantly in this cycle of being like trying to seem like the person who cares less.
Yeah.
And always in pursuit of something that is like, I don't know. It's like you want something that's uncommitted. And you want to sometimes play house and have feeling, but not all the time.
Right.
It's like on your terms, you want to play house and be flirty and, you know, talk about hypothetical kids in a house in fucking Park Slope. But then when someone's just like expressing basic kindness to you in like a friendly way, asking how you're feeling because you know they've been sick and they're like, whoa, she really cares about me. And it's like, So what is it that we are doing here? Because, okay, if we're dating, which you're going on dates, you are dating, I'm fine with just calling a spade in that regard and being like, yes, we are dating. We're going on dates. Mm-hmm. Don't you want the person you're going on dates with to be nice to you? And even if you're just hooking up and all it is a hookup, I still believe that we owe each other like basic respect and kindness and decency, and being kind and friendly to someone and asking if they're feeling okay is like that should be bare minimum for everything. I don't understand why there would ever be a situation where you are hanging out with someone, going on dates with someone, hooking up with someone where they're like bug out when you are nice to them. Right.
It is, again, an utterly confounding thing. And I think, because it's tough because like when I first started dating, I thought that I had to kind of play that like apathy game, right? Like I had to kind of hold myself back and like not show affection and whatever. And I guess I understand that instinct because it is a vulnerable thing, right? To like put yourself out there, and if you are like being physical with somebody and whatever. And then something shifted for me where I was like, this isn't fun.
Yeah.
I think dating is supposed to be fun.
Right.
Call me crazy.
Yeah.
But this isn't fun. We're not really being nice to each other. Mm-hmm. And what if instead it was fun and we were nice to each other?
Okay, huge idea.
Wait, guys. I'm onto something. Girls, listen up. I'm like, what if instead of being like, come over.
Right.
What are you up to? What if instead we like flirted?
What if we flirted and had a good night and we're actually just like nice
and like
to each other
and like spent
had a
time
good time
together?
Oh no, you'd catch feelings for me if we did that? Whoop-de-doo! What's the fucking problem?
Why is that an issue? That's okay.
Okay, and? So it goes awesome and we're happy? What is the problem?
No, I'm in love.
Fuck! I can't. It makes no sense to me.
No sense. And again, it all boils down to what got my goat so bad with this was like, you could have asked, brother.
Right.
You could have asked me one singular time what it is that I was looking for.
What do you think this vibe is?
And frankly, that person and I didn't even hang out enough in order for that question to have come up yet.
It's like, babe, I actually don't know what I see here.
We hung out once. He pulled out the gun, shot himself point blank in the foot, and then went, wait, what? You just wanted to maybe have sex and go on dates? No.
I thought you were in love with me after hanging out with me one time.
Shit.
Bozo.
Not on my watch.
Bozo hours.
Just have fun when you date. For the love of God.
Please.
It's
Holy
already
fuck.
so painful and annoying and stupid. At least try to have fun when you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice for the... Oh, my God.
Enjoy the process. Holy fuck.
Right. Because also, what? You're going to, like, care less into having a partner for life? You're going to be
so
like...
lame.
You're going to be like, I'm going to pretend that I don't care until what? You... Do find a serious relationship?
Like, how about you're just nice from the start,
right?
And flirty and leaning in and having a good time, and at worst, nothing ends up happening and you have a great time, or at best, you fall in love.
Right.
Like, what is the problem?
What is the issue here? Like, those are that spectrum is so much more palatable.
Why the fuck do you want to add being completely indifferent and rude to someone just to make sure they know that you don't like them, and they don't like you, and you're just there to emotionlessly fuck each other? Like, what is happening? You want to be inside of me and you're not going to be nice to me at the same time? Like, I could kill you. No, I could actually strangle you.
No, literally. Like, what? Oh, what are we doing? Flirt with me a little bit.
I think that I used to think about this a lot in college, and I would get like frustrated about it, but I actually think I started getting like rage about this subject after I was assaulted for obvious reasons. Obviously, we don't even have to get into that.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm bringing this up is because after I was assaulted was when I started getting chronic BV infections.
Yep.
And I would always get BV when my period came, and I only had sex once after I started getting chronic BV infections. But when I did have sex that one time, I did immediately get BV again. So I was living in like this constant state of like, sex wasn't fun for me because I was panicked of what was happening to my body. And that was already happening because I have a fear of becoming pregnant and all of that as well.
Yep.
Sex became a thing for me where I was like, I actually can't just like emotionlessly have sex beyond like catching feelings for someone. But now it's like, there's so many like health things I'm thinking about when I'm having sex.
Yes.
It's like the next day, the person who's just penetrated me can go about their life and be like, yeah, that was awesome. I'm not even thinking about her. Fuck her, dude. Meanwhile, the entire next day, that's all I'm thinking about, because I'm like, am I going to get my period? Am I going to get BV? Is everything okay and normal down there? Like, am I good?
Right.
I'm in a constant state of thinking about it. Like, I cannot just have sex and have that thought live and die in the span of time that exists in the bedroom. I think about it for days to come, weeks, maybe. Like, it is not casual to me. It can't be. And that was true before I was assaulted and before I was, had the chronic BV stuff happening. But now I'm like, I've been like forever changed. My perspective on sex has been permanently changed by that.
Yeah.
And it makes me so angry to come across grown men that don't seem to have had any meaningful conversation with a grown adult woman who has probably also had some moment of reckoning in her own sex life, whether it was a pregnancy scare or something similar to me, BV, an STI, whatever it was, that like a moment that happened in your sex life as an adult person that changed your perspective on it.
Yeah.
once you reach a certain age, most people will have at least one of those moments that is like, okay, this became like something I actually have to think more about.
Yes.
When you're a teenager, when you're in college, you're not thinking as much about like the consequences and what it means to have sex with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Once you have that part of your brain fully click into place, to me, it's never casual.
Yeah.
Even if I'm fine with it being uncommitted, even if I'm not looking for something, even if I'm not looking for a serious relationship, and I'm fine with just like having sex with someone and keeping it that is the extent of our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I still require a certain level of like basic kindness, care, and like meeting me on a human level.
Yes.
Because that's what this is. This is serious.
Yes.
And I actually, it makes me so angry when people won't acknowledge that or act like it's even possible to have this completely emotionless exchange.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is like this willful ignorance, that to your point, it's like maybe when we were younger and still learning about all of this stuff and kind of getting used to what this feels like for us, you let more things slide.
Yeah.
But now that we are close to 30, dating people who are in their 30s,
Right.
we are dating people who are full adult people who have had serious relationships. Maybe they have dated a lot of other people. They've slept with a lot of other people. And to act as though for those people to meet us with this, again, kind of willful naivete of, well, I'm just going to act as though we did when we were 21.
Right.
I just don't believe you.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that you believe that that's the correct way to treat somebody.
Right.
It's not. Because the thing is too, is it's like, I mean, I had sex for the first time much later in life. I was 23, 24. And as a result, I think bypassed a lot of the emotional intricacies that come with having sex as a younger person. A lot of my trauma around like my body and my internalized fat phobia, I had already worked through quite a bit before having sex with somebody. So it didn't feel emotional. The person that I did have sex with for the first time, I was not connected to in any way. We had, again, been on one date. And for whatever reason that night, I was like, let's do it, sister. And so as a result, you know, the first couple of years that I was experiencing like my sexual activity, it was not rooted in emotion at all. And I really didn't think about it that much. And I was lucky too. I mean, I practiced safe sex, obviously, but I was also lucky that I met people who, I guess, again, gave me like the basic human decency of like not experiencing assault or whatever, for the most part. But things change.
Yeah.
And people get older. And as you continue to be physical with people, you do understand, again, whether it is coming from a place of, this is serious to me. I am thinking about my body in these really hyper-specific ways because I have had a pregnancy scare or an STI or something traumatic has happened to me. Whether you were coming at it from that angle or you were coming at it from the angle of, you know, I am looking for something more serious, or you're coming at it from the angle of where I'm at now, where quite literally I'm just like, I want to have fun.
Yes.
Whatever angle you're coming at it from, it is not emotionless.
Right.
It is not.
Completely.
The angle that I am coming at it from, that I'm coming at dating from, truly, and I am trying to embody this so hard because it is so easy to get bogged down in the muck of mediocrity, is I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
What that means for me is that you are kind.
Totally.
And we flirt and we spend time together.
Yep.
And again, you treat me as a person who is worthy of basic human kindness.
Right.
If I get a whiff of you acting any other way, it doesn't matter how attracted to you I was, how much fun we've had in the past. The minute that you start acting that way towards me, you have become a non-option to me.
Yeah.
Because I now understand that we are fundamentally coming at life from different perspectives.
Completely.
And that whatever emotional stuntedness that you are experiencing has nothing to do with me, and I want no part of it.
Right. I also am like, I've never in my life had a lack of emotion.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, that's so true.
Ever.
Yeah.
In any context.
Mm-hmm.
I have never experienced anything that was void of an emotion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes I actually feel like I'm going crazy cuckoo bananas though, because I feel like we're saying all of this and I'm like, this sounds really normal actually. This sounds like really aggressively normal person town.
And then you're gaslit into believing that like you are insane for like wanting to experience joy.
Right, right. Yeah, no, it is possible to actually have penetrative sex and feel zero human emotion when you look in the eyes of that other person. I'm like, I'm not saying you're fucking in love with me. I'm saying that maybe I'm a real person and you're registering in your head that I'm a real person with complexities and a whole life full of experiences that informs the way that we act when we're intimate with each other. No?
Right.
Like, I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like that one gif of Elmo where he's like, ah!
Well, it's like, it to me also is like a huge like red flag of if the person that you are seeing is like a cis man, mm-hmm. It's a huge red flag if I'm like, oh, I don't think you view women as people.
Right.
You you are looking at me again as like a vessel. Mm-hmm. That Oh no.
Nor you have fun with that nor
vibes.
You're gonna have to gar. I can't.
It really is just absolutely astounding, and it gets more infuriating and kind of funnier as I have to laugh truly, otherwise I'll cry, because the older we get, the more I'm like, who do you think you're fooling with this like act?
Right. You're not cool. No one thinks you're hot and sexy and mysterious.
You're not. Apathy isn't cool. Oh my God, apathy isn't cool. Shut the fuck up.
It is actually the least cool thing.
Men have fun once challenge.
Right.
Have a bit of fun. You can
Holy shit.
not want to date me seriously. I cannot want to date you seriously. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden we need to like play the death march and be like, well, we had a good run. Like, what? I was trying to like giggle and kiss a little bit.
Exactly.
But I guess nobody wants to be silly and have fun these days.
Right. And you know what? This is why, like, do you remember the first time when you were like a teenager and you thought to yourself like, thank God I'm a woman?
Yes.
Like, I have had several moments like that throughout my life where I've like looked at the state of men and I'm like, oh my God, thank fuck.
No, it's actually like,
thank fuck I'm not like in social circles with a man with like the standard of being a man in those circles. Like, witnessing how men acted within their friendships in high school and seeing how young girls interact in friendships growing up, like, it actually makes me so sad.
I know
the way the lack of emotion and intimacy that a lot of young boys don't have in those friendships. And then you look at young girls and they're like,
yeah,
and they love each other and they're hugging and cuddling and they're doing all of these things and talking about every feeling they've ever felt by the time they hit 11 years old.
Yeah.
And young boys are like, I'm not gonna touch him because that's gay. I'm very sad. I'm very sad, and I'm bothered by everything.
It genuinely is really upsetting. It's something that I have been thinking about so much more. The older we get, the more I am like, whoa, I didn't realize that so many adult people were cowards. It like they are so afraid to be an active member in their own life that they completely like stop everything at the knee before anything can get even kind of enjoyable or fun,
right?
For the fear of I don't even know, like being vulnerable, being seen as soft or weak.
Right.
I don't even really know what it is that they are afraid of. I just see that it like pours off of them, this fear. And you see it in it is as pervasive as like men like this who are determined to win the apathy Olympics, and you see it in the fucking cowards who like mask up to like go kidnap people in the street. Those guys are all fucking cowards, and it is pervasive.
Yeah.
This cowardliness, it is pervasive, and especially in men. And it is like I'm scared sometimes because I'm like, are you guys not worried? Do you guys not look at yourselves and be like, I should maybe be a little concerned?
Right. Maybe I should feel more.
I think I feel numb all the time.
Right.
That's not good.
No.
That's not okay. Not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
Nice. I have a benched.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that crossed my mind the other day. And I was like, why do I do that? I don't like that. Let's stop that. My benched of the month is Googling words that I know the definition of, because I convince myself for 3 seconds that I'm stupid. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I know that other people do this too, where it's like you want to say something, or you're writing something and you use a word and you're like, that's correct, right? Like I'm using it in the right way. And in my brain, I'm like, yes, of course you are. You're a very smart, capable woman that knows lots of words. Okay, queen, you got it. But then I'm still like, let me just run a quick Google search on this one to make sure I got the definition correct there. And I'm always correct. I have never once Googled the definition of a word and been like, that's totally different than what I thought.
Yeah.
And I hate how often I will second guess myself on things like that. Benched.
Bench that shit.
Benched completely.
Yeah. Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. And I saw someone make a TikTok or reel about this a couple months ago. And I think after I saw that, I started noticing how many times I do that too. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me always wanting to say things correctly, and this like perfectionist side of my brain that's like, I cannot possibly use the wrong word in the wrong context, and I'll be ashamed of it for life if I do.
Right.
Like there's some part of me that just is so, I want to do things right all the time. And I'm actually, me and my therapist talk a lot about how scared I am of like doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And how like I put a lot of pressure on myself to always do things correctly. Because I'm like, but what if I did it wrong? But what if I did it wrong and everyone remembered and made fun of me for it?
And that's where that little bullied version of yourself comes in.
So maybe it's got some roots there. I don't know.
I do get that though, the like doubting yourself thing and being like, wait, did that make sense? I do that by saying something and then at the end going, if that even makes sense.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Or like, does that make sense?
And you're like, you know, inside your heart of hearts that it does make sense, but you're like, I still need to just say that out loud. Yeah.
Like I think that it is one, I think it's a thing that is more like femme people do.
Yeah.
Because men are like, I know I'm right.
Right.
When they're not.
Exactly.
The majority of the time.
Whoever says it the loudest is the one that's correct.
Right. Exactly. So I know it's like more of a femme thing, but I do also think there is something to like, there is something to being this might be niche. It won't be to you.
Okay.
But maybe, I don't know.
I love when I'm within the target demographic.
Me waking up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night going, niche, but not for Maddie.
Just for me. Yeah.
There is something to being a high achieving fat person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know?
This was made for me. I don't even know what's gonna come next, and I'm like, oh,
because I totally have this too, where people have, not to toot my own horn, boop, boop, but I have had people say to me like, oh, I view you as this kind of like impenetrable, like always kind of buttoned up. Even when you're talking about things that you're working through, it's in this like packaged way.
Yeah.
And I've talked about it a lot in therapy as well. Is like, why do I feel the need to package this to present it to people, to like present myself?
Yes.
And I do think that part of it comes from me being a kid and being like, they hate me.
Yeah.
How do I make them not hate me?
So interesting. Yeah, I absolutely do the same thing.
Yeah.
Or I, you know, good things and bad things come from being someone who is like very self-reflective.
Totally.
And always wants to get to the bottom of what I'm thinking and feeling. Do you think that I've ever gone to sleep a day in my life without finding all of the answers to all of my problems before I close my eyes?
Like people whose heads hit their pillow and they just go, I'm like, you are the happiest people I've ever.
I'm like, I'm going to lay here in bed and I'm going to look at the ceiling and I'm going to solve every issue that I have. And then I'm going to go to bed. Like I am not someone who can just... Life happens to me and I go, well, I'm going to put that in the back corner. No, babe. No, babe. It's not going in the back corner. It is right in the center of the room. All the lights are turned on. In fact, we've got spotlights on it. I'm going to pick this shit apart, overthink to hell. Like I have thought of every possible scenario from every angle, everything that every person could have ever thought of me ever in any situation. Like I promise, whatever you're thinking, I've already thought about it.
Yeah.
And there's like something horrible about that, but there's also something beautiful about it.
Yeah. I think I would rather be this person than the person who thinks about nothing.
Well, completely. I would so much rather be an overthinker than an underthinker. Like in every possible way.
I agree.
It's actually a better thing. I feel this way about most things. Like I almost would always rather be too much than not enough in like every capacity.
Yes.
Which is honestly, that's kind of beautiful because for much of my life, I didn't think that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I do.
Oh, that is really beautiful. But no, I totally get this. It's like something as simple as like tonight, for example, I'm hosting a Dungeons and Dragons campaign at my place in a couple of weeks. And tonight we like finally locked down the dates and I'm hosting it. And like the person sent the text and I immediately wanted to send like 4 different texts being like, okay, great. So just as a reminder, my address is here. You can buzz this apartment. Everyone, please let me know what your dietary restrictions are, if there are any, or if there are preferred snacks that you would love for me to. And I'm like, I started typing all of it out and I was like, why am I stop?
I know. I had to do the exact same thing to myself when we started doing restaurant roulette.
Yeah.
Because I planned the first roulette and then we said in person that like, okay, everyone's going to take turns planning their own roulettes. And it took like 2 months for someone else to hop in and plan one.
Yeah.
Meg, when I tell you, I had to strap myself down to stop from texting, being like, all right, so who's next? Who wants to go next? And then afterwards, we can put someone else on the calendar. Like, I had to hold myself back. I'm like, actually, you just got to let other people do their thing and let other people step up to the plate. We do not have to do that all the time.
Totally.
But every part of my body constantly wants to just be the solution finder, the planner, making things...
The cruise ship director.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A job that I would be good at.
Well, and when you tell me about when you do go on cruises, I go, not a minute to lose. People are lounging around, not you.
Totally not me, sister.
You're
I'm in the
in
pool
that
doing
bingo hall.
aerobics. Doing aerobics by myself in the pool, and my whole family is pointing and laughing at me. That's a true story, by the way. 9 a.m. Nobody wanted to wake up and nobody wanted to hang out with me either. Morgan wakes up and she's like walking around the pool deck and she looks in the pool and I'm doing aerobics at 9 a.m. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, no one wanted to hang out with me. So I'm here.
I made my own plan.
Pool aerobics with these other ladies.
And you know what? But it was a blast.
And I was almost drowning because the pool was like, it was like a 5-foot depth in the pool. I'm 5'3", so that's like I was on my tiptoes the whole time, like. It's really bad.
Is it normally in 5-foot pools?
Well,
water aerobics, I guess, because you have to be like buoyant enough to do the like. I
don't know that it's
because 3 feet seems too shallow.
Right.
I guess 4 feet is the ideal.
Right.
But
I don't know. This pool was
deep.
Just about, at mouth level for me.
I would love to do water aerobics with you one day. I think that would be really fun.
So fun. Listen, they got everything on cruise ships.
Yeah.
They got everything.
They actually got everything on cruise ships.
Actually, we do have everything. You can get pina colada, and you can also do water aerobics, and you can also go bowling and whistle tag.
It's like a kid with like a bunch of like chocolate ice cream over his face being like, actually the cruise ship is really fun.
Actually, it's really awesome. And I'm on my second pina yada.
There's a teen club over there that I go to at night. Yeah, I'm old enough now. 11.
Yeah, come on.
It's 11 to 16.
Incredible. Yeah.
Bench it.
Bench it. For a second there, I forgot what the fuck we were even talking about.
It took me a minute too, and then I remember.
Benched completely, girl.
Completely.
It's out of here. The second thing that I'm benching is content designed to make you uncomfortable. And I'm not even trying to be a hater because everyone's on their own hustle, right? But you know that one guy who sings to celebrities?
Yes.
I scroll every time I see one of his videos because I actually just can't take it.
Yeah.
It actually, my whole body just is like, I can't be here.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go. Like, I have to leave.
It's a little shrinking violet.
This
You should be that for Halloween. Sorry. Really quick. I want to get back to this. It just hit me because you have purple hair.
Shrinking violet.
Shrinking violet for Halloween. You could do amazing like petal makeup with that. We don't have to put this in the episode, but I do genuinely want it.
Okay, no, we're gonna put that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to remind me.
Yeah.
So I don't ever forget.
Because that's beautiful. I
Okay,
would love to
tea.
see you as a little shrinking violet. Anyway.
Anyways, content that is designed to make you uncomfortable. I just can't do it.
It's awful.
I feel like it should have ended at like salad fingers. And that's like a different kind of content that makes you uncomfortable. But I think that we should have just left it there.
Mm-hmm.
Salad fingers. Cool. He's allowed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Singing to celebrities that don't know what's going on. It makes my skin crawl.
There's something to be said about the like bastardization of the discourse around like art that is supposed to
Be provocative. Yeah.
And what this is doing like tiptoes up to that, but I don't think quite falls into it.
Right.
Because there's something again so baseline about it.
Yeah.
And almost crude that it's like, well, this isn't art.
Right.
Really. I guess people could make the argument that it is, but to me, it is not.
No, it's just a format that you can bake together and repeat, and the algorithm loves it. And everyone's uncomfortable. But my thing is like, are people actually watching through the videos?
I don't know.
Because I am so uncomfortable that I cannot watch past the first like 2 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I never do. Some of my friends like love those videos and they get such a kick out of them. I like genuinely, I feel the same way where I'm like,
I can't watch this.
Oh, get me out of here. I gotta go. Whoa. And I leave.
Yeah. It makes me very uncomfortable.
I genuinely feel the same way about people who even like do characters of those people.
Yeah.
For like comedy videos.
I feel the same way also. I'm like, sometimes it's too real that I'm like, I can't even watch you pretend to be this person.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even know if this is comedy anymore. Like, I don't know. It just feels so, I just am uncomfortable.
Right.
Like, I genuinely don't know where the joke is.
I know.
Where it starts or it stops.
Yeah.
And it's so popular. Like, obviously people love it.
Totally.
Because it's so popular.
Yeah.
But I struggle with it a lot as well.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel uncomfortable in that way. I want to feel okay, here's the difference. I want to feel challenged, not uncomfortable. Like this type of content that doesn't provide any like meaningful content to indulge in or like think about in any way. There's nothing like truly substantive there.
Yeah.
It's just uncomfortable.
I agree.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I don't leave it being like, I've gained something from this.
Right.
I leave it being like, I wish I hadn't.
And I'm not even
seen
entertained.
even a bit of that.
Or it's like I didn't learn anything, and also I feel weird in my body now. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of makes me feel like I want to hide.
Yeah, agreed.
Do you ever think about where the hiding places are in your apartment if you had to?
Yes. Well, I know where they are. And I'm not telling any of you.
I know. I almost was like, I kind of want to tell you where my hiding places are, but also I'm like, I can't.
Right. No, I do think about that.
Just in case.
I think I've talked about this a lot before. Like, I think people always who do not live like in New York, right? Or like live like a lot of my family members who live in the Midwest, whatever. We'll always talk about like how scary this city seems. And the more that I live here, the more that I'm like, what actually scares me is like being in a rural home at night.
No, I feel that way too.
Like, what if like anyone could just come up to you
and
look in the window,
and like nobody would even
and
know.
you wouldn't know.
Like if I scream,
right,
tons of other people are gonna hear me immediately. And my neighbors are active in the fucking building group chat.
Yeah.
Okay? They never miss a beat. These people are locked in. If I scream, there'd be 5 people in the chat immediately. Like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Like, they've got me.
Right. Right.
And that brings me comfort.
My community's got me.
Exactly.
What community do you have living on 3 acres of land surrounded by woods?
Scary. That's
at night,
so scary.
No window treatments, floor to ceiling windows.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's looking at you.
Someone is looking at you.
And if it's not a
right
person,
now.
it's a spirit. A spirit is looking at you.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, I know that's also part of it where I'm like, I'm in a building that's so old that I'm like, okay, if my alive community members don't have me, I know the spirits have me.
Do. You know what?
I take care of my home, and as a result, I know that the ghosts appreciate and respect me.
This is making me think of when Michael Jackson died. I was alone in my in my childhood home, and all the lights were off, and it was like it was dark outside, and I was the only one home.
That's scary.
I was terrified. I was sitting in the living room, and I was sitting on the couch in the living room looking at our backyard. We had sliding glass doors, and we lived in the woods.
Yeah.
It was just all dark outside. I'm looking out in the woods. All the lights in the house are off. I'm sitting on the couch. None of my family is home. Ping! Michael Jackson is dead. I'm like, fuck, and he's here in the house with me right now. I can feel him. I was so scared.
No, that's so scary. Michael Jackson dies. The first thing he does, I gotta go to Maddie's house.
Was crazy.
I actually didn't even know what voice was gonna come out of me when I started that either.
Gotta go to Maddie's house.
Gotta get over there. What is that crazy girl up to?
Holy shit. That was literally what happened.
No, and that is what happened.
You guys might have thought that he was at your house. He wasn't. He was at
He was at yours. Guaranteed.
He was at mine, bitch.
Guaranteed. No, that happened to me once when I was watching Practical Magic alone in my house. No one was there. I was in my basement. Again, all the lights were off. My dog was upstairs. That my dog wasn't even with me. I was like watching Practical Magic, and I didn't realize, spoiler alert, that in Practical Magic there's like kind of an evil guy who like haunts them, and then they have to like perform an exorcism on this man. And I was in my basement, and similar to you, I was like, he's here. This actor this actor who is alive, I was like, I've summoned them just by watching him. That's scary.
Incredible.
But I don't have that when I have a neighbor who, again, is drilling holes into my wall at 4 a.m.
Totally. Love him, hate him.
I guess I'll take that over like a murderer outside of my house.
Totally.
Looking through the window. Totally. And it's like, if someone tries to climb that fire escape, brother, they're taking it right off the wall.
No, exactly.
You know,
Godspeed.
like-
you think these buildings are built well?
Who's that climber guy who did Free Solo? Alex Hanold. He like just climbed that building that's like from the outside, like on glass windows. He
Windows.
Hey, skip over that. Skip over that part. Hey, no, but straight up, like I don't think he'd be able to climb my fire escape.
It's falling off.
It is hanging on by a prayer and a
is
wish.
falling off.
Someone came over recently and they were like, what the hell was
He's here.
I gotta see what Maddie's up to. Love the idea, by the way, of like in the afterlife, Michael Jackson just like totally fucks with your vibe.
Yeah, the fire escape is going.
It's
Don't even
gone.
try it.
Don't try it, Alex. Benched?
I
Was that
know.
benched?
I also forgot where we were. We are traveling so far.
So and everywhere.
Everywhere we start talking and suddenly we end somewhere totally different.
This is like an Anthony Bourdain episode.
Benched. Completely benched.
Benched, girl. Again, I wish that I had more, unfortunately, more segmegs. I do feel that unfortunately my past 48 hours has been been absolutely riddled with some of the dumbest, most inconvenient things possibly. So I guess I am benching all of those things.
Right. Yeah, completely. Sometimes you got to just bench.
Actually, ejected from the game.
Completely.
Not benched because they're not coming back.
No. Ejected
Eject.
without asking permission.
Yeah, my God.
Fuck hitting that button.
Especially the cab driver. When I get your ass.
Oh, we're going to get you.
We're going to get you.
Okay. And you're going to give me $3 for the lack of the window being cracked, the lack of an air conditioner, and the lack of following ways.
God.
How about that? You owe me $3.
It's just an evil trio.
So we're going to throw it on over to the post show. Because
oh, yeah. We're doing that too.
Meg and I have so much more to discuss. And honestly, we've just been on a fucking roll.
Yeah.
So patrons, we're going to throw it on over to you guys.
And we have a special guest. Michael
Jackson's
Jackson's ghost.
He's coming. Meg, is there anything you'd like to promote?
You can follow me at Meg Ruocco on Instagram. TikTok's weird right now. You can follow me on there if you want.
Maybe not for long.
Maybe not for long. I don't know if I'm going to be on there. It's pretty weird. Also, you can subscribe to my Substack. What are you up to? .substack.com.
Completely, girl. Listen to the Pumpcast.
Amen.
We slay over there every single Tuesday.
Yeah.
And
fun from what I've heard from our audience, our listeners. Fun even if you haven't watched the show.
Totally.
We have been told that it's kind of just like gossiping about people that you don't know.
Exactly. It's like when you go and you hear your coworkers talk about their issues and you're like, completely, and you know none of those people,
and it's awesome.
That's what it's like.
Yep.
So maybe you'll watch, maybe you won't watch. Some people have said they started watching because of the Pumpcast and they thought they were just going to watch one episode per week and now they're addicted.
Yep.
So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I am saying that is going to happen.
It's likely.
So go listen to the Pumpcast, go follow Emotionally Online Pod on all socials, and we'll see you next Tuesday, literally. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, it's your turn. Truth or dare?